Hello, everyone. Welcome to Christopher's Entertainment Blog. I'm your host, Chris, and welcome to my review video for The Flash, Season 2, Episode 17, entitled Flashback. Great episode, guys. Wonderful. I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was really well done. On the bad note, though, that we just came back from a break, and now we're going to go into another break for 3 more weeks. That's insane. But hey, it's a CW, so there you go. But yeah, guys, I really had a fun time with this episode. I thought it was really well done. I thought it was a great episode, and some of the positives that I had in this episode was I thought Grant Gustin did a great job playing opposite himself. That mirror image I thought was fantastic. I thought all those scenes with him in the past with himself were great. I thought those were excellent. Great. The CGI was on par there. I really like how the older Barry was a little bit more vibrant, or a little bit more playful, a little bit more, fun to be around, jokey, But our own Barry, the one that we currently know from the future Barry, he's a little bit more hardened, a little bit more darker. He's been through some stuff, and you can really see that when they play opposite of each other. And it really shows what happened through that whole year. It really changed Barry Allen. It made him more mature, and you can really see that. But the acting was on par. I think Grant Gustin did a great job with his two playing opposite himself. That was fantastic. The scenes with Eobard Thawne slash Wells, seeing Wells back in that wheelchair again and brings back, it was some crazy deja vu, man. Some crazy stuff. Knowing that this Dr. Wells is, Eobard Thawne from last year. It was just craziness, and knowing that what we know was going to happen, it was just creepy and just spooky. It was just like, woo, we know what's going to happen. That Dr. Wells, though, that Eobard Thawne doesn't know that Barry knows all this stuff, and it was just, and we know all this stuff as viewers as well. So I thought that was kind of cool. And right when you see Dr. Wells and he sees our Barry, he's like, he knew something was up. He knew that time Wraith something was going on. He knew something was off, just like that, right when he first seen him. And that confrontation that they had in Gideon's room, or whatever that was, that was really well done. So Tom Cavanaugh is great. He's a great actor. He did such a well done job playing opposite himself as well, almost, because in this episode, not only do we have the real Dr. Wells from Earth 2 that he's playing as, but then you go back in time, and then you're seeing the Eobard Thawne Dr. Wells in the wheelchair, and he's doing that as well. So a lot of great acting in this from Grant Gustin and Tom Cavanaugh. Excellent job. The Eddie and Iris situation I thought was really well done, and I thought it was really nice that Barry, even though he probably risked maybe some of the timeline being screwed up, I don't know if there's going to be any ramifications from this, but he made that little video clip of Eddie for Iris, and I was tearing up. I thought that was really sad, and I think that was really good of Barry to do that, even though there's probably going to be some ramifications. But it was nice to actually see Iris get some closure and see, Eddie telling her to move on with her life. So I thought that scene was excellent. And seeing Eddie again was spooky and weird too. Seeing him come back, I thought that was great, though. Those scenes were excellent. Eobard Thawne slash Wells giving the USB drive to Barry with all that information on there. I'm like, he's got everything he needs now, hopefully. But I gotta suspect that Eobard Thawne has got the wheels turning, and he hid something inside that USB drive. Something, he's got to figure that Barry's not telling the truth about him getting home, or something's not quite right there. He don't trust Barry. I know the wheels are turning there. I know he probably did something to that USB drive to help himself somehow. I don't know what he's going to do, but I don't trust what's on that USB drive. There's got to be something else. I know he's scheming a scheme somewhere there, so I don't trust that USB drive. I think something else is on there besides what will help Barry. I think something else is there that he implanted in that drive. So that's kind of cool to think that might come into play in the next few episodes, or maybe into the next season. Who knows? So that was kind of cool. But I did have some negatives. This was a really great episode. I really enjoyed it for the most part. But there were some nitpick negatives that it stands out. The CGI fight with Barry, himself when they were fighting, that was awful, 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 awful. As soon as they turned to that, I just like cringed. It's just like, ugh, wow, that's terrible. It was pretty bad CGI on that part. But then when they mirrored each other, you couldn't tell. That was great. So I don't know what was going on with that other CGI. But yeah, that was pretty bad. I thought the Time Wraith was actually well done. The design and everything I thought looked great, looked scary, menacing. I thought was cool. But the negative I have is that I think the actual idea of the Time Wraith is kind of lame. I just didn't buy the whole idea of this Wraith inside of time. I mean, I guess you could say, well, he's going back in time, so I mean that's ridiculous in its own right. But there's something about it. I just didn't really buy the whole Time Wraith thing. Just an element to stick in there to try to add some more tension to the episode. I mean, I get it, but that whole idea of this Wraith coming out through time to you know it's going to punish the speedsters. I mean, I don't know. I just don't buy that this thing is believable to me. That would actually exist. This is what I'm saying. I just don't think that the whole Time Wraith thing actually exists. I mean, I just can't comprehend that. It just seems ridiculous to me. Another thing that could potentially be a negative is I really hope they show some ramifications of what happened when Barry changed the timeline, even though Caitlin and Cisco told him don't change the timeline, and he ends up changing it anyway. The older Cisco and Caitlin, they knew that there was two Barrys. He was from the future. The other Barry knew he was from the future. There was just so much stuff being screwed up. They screwed up the timeline with Pied Piper, and now he's like on the team now. That's kind of cool though. He looks like he might be a good guy. Maybe that would be cool if he could be like occasionally pop in and out of the Star Labs. That would be kind of cool. Take the place probably of Jay Garrick, there to actually add another scientific mind. It makes sense. Why not? So I thought that was kind of cool, but I just think there should be some ramifications, and even the Eddie thing. He took video of Eddie and gave to Iris, and that was not there before. So I would like to see something come out, some type of ramifications come from changing the timeline. So yeah, we'll see what they do there. If they don't, I mean, that seems kind of weird. I mean, you think that there would be. But overall, guys, I thought this was a fantastic episode. And another nitpick negative is that we're going to be going for 3 more weeks again. That's a negative too. I mean, we just got back from a break, but once we get back from the 3 weeks, we're going to have 6 episodes, and they'll be week after week after week until the finale. So, yeah, I mean, great episode. If there's anything that I missed that you guys want to talk about, please write in the comments below. But that will do it for me for another review video for The Flash. Until next time, guys, in 3 weeks, take it easy.